How does somebody who's interested in RC helicopters get their start? What's available right now?
Originally started the first little ultramarcos, we call them, are the coaxials here, and that's where you have top and rotor discs spinning opposite directions, and that gives you your stability. And that's where a lot of people were starting to learn maybe 5 or 6 years ago, and now they've kind of died off now a little bit because of technology. We're able to do in the single rotor stuff here, we're able to do all that compensation for stability in the software now. For this one, for instance, it's got our technology we call SAFE for Horizon. Basically, it's IMU in there, a sensor that knows what level is relative to the ground. So if you push the stick forward and you let go, it'll snap back to level and hold it in level. So we have all that technology now in the single rotors. So before, somebody would be buying one of these really small ones that was really for only indoors. And now they can buy a little bit bigger thing that flies outdoors, which has always been a trouble, for beginners is, they don't want to fly indoors. They want to go outside and do it.
For somebody who's really coming from absolute zero knowledge of this and picks up one of the basic machines at the hobby shop, is it possible to teach yourself to fly these things with a little bit of discipline?
The smaller they are, the easier they are to learn because they might be a little darty and a little quick, but they're really durable. A lot of people get frustrated, not necessarily at the flying aspect, but the fixing and the repairing. The less you have to repair and the more you can keep flying, the faster you'll progress and the more we can keep you in the hobby. The people that usually progress the fastest don't try to fly over their skill level. Work on the basics. Even flying for the aerobatics and stuff, learn on flying all your orientations, nose in, nose out, nose to the right, nose to the left. As long as you can get those down and not try to do the really advanced stuff too early, once you get to the advanced stuff, it's easy. That stuff's all programmed in your brain.
How are these controlled? What's the interface between man and machine?
We call them transmitters or radios for radio control. And you have 2 sticks normally. On the coaxials, you basically have up and down, left, right, and spin. On all the bigger ones, especially the collective pitch where you can fly them upside down, we're running it wide open. So we're not actually controlling the throttle. It's kind of like cruise control in your car. We're just controlling the pitch of the blades. So that's our up and down. But the motor's basically running all regulated on its own.
The electric aspect of what's happened to model aviation in the last decade has really revolutionized the machines. I would assume that the technology behind the motors at this point is really driving the industry quite a bit.
Motors were a big part of it. Battery technology has probably played the biggest part in this. We're using lithium polymer batteries. They have a really high energy density, so we're able to get really small, lightweight batteries that can pack a punch for a decent amount of time for what an RC model is. The bigger 700 electrics, we're pulling 12 to 20 horsepower peak out of a 50-volt battery that weighs 4 pounds total. So power-wise, the electrics really changed kind of how the customers can interface with the products.
Well, I got to tell you, it's fascinating stuff to look at. The machines are just stunning. The workmanship is just absolutely gorgeous. Thanks so much for your time and the introduction to an absolutely fascinating segment of aviation.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having us.
Aero-TV is brought to you by Redbird Flight Simulations is dedicated to revolutionizing flight training by designing, manufacturing, and delivering affordable and innovative flight training technologies. Each Redbird device is designed to enhance the training experience for pilots of all levels, from student to ATP. Redbird is quickly becoming the industry standard for flight training. Since Redbird introduced its revolutionary FMX in 2007, colleges, universities, and flight training operations around the world have integrated Redbird products into their curriculum. It's time to discover what Redbird can do for you. Join the migration.